Hi folks, so I know that before we had some issues in accessing Foundation, but now I want to go ahead and give you guys a sort of a refresher into how to add effects and MIDI signals into BandLab. So after you click Start Assignment on your assignment there, you're going to go ahead and click MIDI Instruments. We're going to go ahead and dive into this. Now this is set up much the same as Foundation. So I can go ahead and record something very quickly here on the first instrument tab. Anytime you want to record on a track, make sure you click on the track or you solo it and go ahead and hit the big button for record. That way the program knows which track you're going to record on. Something like this. Cool. So there's my little thing there. Now you may be asking yourself, okay, this is great. This is how I've added MIDI signals. I can go ahead and because it is a signal, I can change the actual sound of it. So when it's played back, I have a different sound to it. But I'm going to keep it as just for my own organization here as just a grand piano. Now, part of this thing is also adding effects. What's nice about BandLab here is that you can go ahead and click either add effect or preset, but we're going to use preset because there's a lot it's already set up for us. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to our tremolo, which is already set up for you. So this is sort of what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like with it on and off. And notice I went ahead and just used the little on-off switch here on the effects panel here. Now, say for instance, I wanted to add a different sound to this. So I'm gonna do something here that you'll see in later lessons. If you haven't done the 5 instrument lab, as well as the MIDI lab too. So I'm gonna copy this track. I'm gonna go ahead and paste it on the next link here, and then again, so that I have three of the same recording. Now, since I've already assigned an effects to this instrument, this is a tremolo instrument. I'm going to go ahead and make this instrument be a bass, just so I have a little bit of a individuality to it. Then I'm going to add an effect. I can go ahead and add distortion. We'll do distortion plus plus. We'll see how that sounds. So this is just going to be soloed here. Just the second track. So I'm going to click off that first one. And here's the second one. Cool. So that's what it sounds like with and without. Now, as you notice here in the distortion box, I can change the level of distortion. So if I turned it all the way up, this is what you would hear. And you can hear as we're going through, let me go ahead and play this one more time. I'm going to turn the distortion down as it's played. You can hear how it kind of gets a little softer there and a little bit less edgy in terms of the distortion. So that's one of the other tracks here. So tremolo, you hear that little wobbliness to the track. Distortion, you see or you hear a little bit of an edginess, a little bit of a sharpness to the sound. The last one that we talked about is an effect called delay. So now there's a number of different setups for this, but I want to go ahead and show you what this sounds like just with and without. So here you go. Oops. Helps when you solo the track first. Here how you can hear the echo, 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 echo. You can go ahead and have that be played again, but we can go ahead and turn up. We're gonna mess with the feedback a little bit and turn this up. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off just so you can hear without. So it just adds an echo to it. So just to review, delay, you can add an echo to your sound. With distortion, it adds a little bit of edginess to your sound. For tremolo, it adds a little wobble to your sound. For your assignment, all you have to do is create one track. I'm deleting my other two here. Creating one track, picking one of those three, either tremolo, delay, or distortion, adding it, and then clicking the upper right-hand corner here, clicking publish. Okay, so I'm going to rename this one. So I'll go ahead and save this, and then in the meantime, I will see you on the flip side.